A girl cleans car windows at a traffic signal, and after receiving money from a driver, returns to the footpath and starts counting her earnings. Meanwhile, another woman comes running toward her carrying a baby. She hands the baby to the poor girl and says, "Please hold him." The poor girl asks, "Why are you giving me your baby?" The woman replies, "Please save my child." The poor girl says, "I cannot keep your baby. Please take him back." But the woman runs away without taking the child. The poor girl, frightened, calls after her, asking her to take the baby back. On the other side, the woman runs to her husband. Her husband asks, "Did you leave the baby?" crying. She tells him, "He is my son. How will I live without him?" Her husband replies coldly, "I do not care what happens to you. I never wanted the child. It is good that you left him." She pleads with him, "Please allow me to keep my baby. I will not ask you for anything else." After hearing her words, her husband takes her away with him. Meanwhile, the poor girl stands on the footpath holding the baby and waiting for the woman to return. She talks to the baby and says, "Your mother still has not come back. What should I do now?" Finally, she leaves with the baby. Later, she reaches the place where her husband is sitting and counting money. Seeing her with a baby, he is surprised and asks, "Whose child is this?" She explains that while she was working at the signal, a woman handed her the baby and ran away. Her husband worries and says, "Where will we keep the baby? We do not even have a place to live," and leaves angrily. After some time, the girl continues working while holding the baby in her lap, telling him to sit calmly while she finishes her work. Soon her husband returns with a feeding bottle and milk. He says, "I bought this with the money I had," and adds, "Now we must find a place to live. We cannot stay here with the baby." She agrees that they need to find a home. After some time passes, the girl, wearing a graduation gown and holding the child, comes to her husband. He proudly says, "I knew you could do it," and hugs her. At that moment, the same woman appears and says, "A few days ago, I gave you my baby. I want to talk about it." She hands them a letter and leaves. The husband opens the letter and reads that the child belonged to her, but her husband forced her to give the baby away because he did not want the child. She writes that they should take good care of him. After reading the letter, the husband happily says to his wife, "It is good that the child will stay with us." She agrees, saying they will raise him with love and care. Later, they meet an agent who shows them a house and tells them that it now belongs to them. After the agent leaves, the wife says, "Because of this child, we finally have a home. Now we will take good care of him here." Her husband replies, "Yes, you are right. This child has brought happiness into our lives and changed everything." The couple then walks happily into their new home. Morale: if you act with sincerity and good intentions, you will surely achieve success.